You booked a flight. Plans changed. You expect a refund. Simple, right? But just hours after booking, you're told it's too late. No refund, no exceptions. In 2025, airline rules are changing faster than most passengers can keep up. From TSA bans to sneaky airline policies, it's easier than ever to get caught off guard. Let's uncover the 10 things airlines don't want you to know so you don't pay the price. If this helps you fly smarter, hit like and subscribe for more no-nonsense travel tips. Number 1. Fake refund windows. It's 2 a.m. and you're staring at your screen, booking a last-minute flight to visit a sick relative. You hit confirm, relieved to have it handled. But by 7 a.m., plans change. You try to cancel. The airline says you're no longer eligible for a refund, even though it's been just 5 hours. In 2025, more airlines are quietly shrinking their refund windows, especially on basic economy fares. While U.S. regulations still require a 24-hour grace period for flights booked at least 7 days in advance, many travelers miss the fine print. If your flight is within 7 days or you booked through a third party, you may have no protection at all. Some carriers have even introduced same-day lock-in fees, meaning once you book, you're locked into a non-refundable fare unless you paid for a cancellation add-on. And with basic fares stripped to the bone, you might not notice this until it's too late. For passengers who book impulsively, often under emotional pressure or time constraints, this can feel like a trap. And that's exactly what it is. A system designed to look flexible, but built to penalize indecision. Travel tip: before you book, double-check your fare class and the exact cancellation policy. If there's no 24-hour window, take a screenshot, just in case. And whenever possible, use the airline's official site, not third-party apps. Number 2. Digital ID doesn't always work. Digital ID doesn't always work. It's a crisp Monday morning at Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson. A business traveler strides toward TSA pre-check, confident. He flashes his Apple Wallet, Real ID loaded, boarding pass ready, but the scanner blinks red. "We're not accepting digital ID right now," the agent says. Behind him, the line groans. He fumbles for his physical ID, which he left at home. In 2025, more states and airports support digital IDs, but here's the uncomfortable truth: they're not guaranteed to work. TSA's digital ID program is still expanding, and not all checkpoints or agents are equipped or trained to accept them consistently. Even worse, some international carriers and secondary screenings may explicitly require a physical document regardless of what's in your phone. And if your phone battery dies, you're stranded. This creates a risky overconfidence for tech-forward travelers. They assume digital equals approved. But depending on airport infrastructure, power outages, or TSA policy shifts that day, that assumption can quickly backfire. And let's not forget international return trips. Even if your home airport allows digital ID on departure, your return location may not accept it, leaving you stuck abroad. Travel tip: always bring your physical ID or passport, even if you've gone fully digital. Think of your phone as a backup, not a replacement. Until digital ID becomes fully standardized nationwide and globally, it's best to cover both bases. Number 3, free seat. Selection? Not really. Imagine booking your flight early, feeling relieved that you've selected a window seat, row 14A, right where you like it. Weeks later, you check in, and you're suddenly in 27B, a middle seat near the lavatory. Confused, you ask the gate agent. "Sorry," they say. "Your original seat was a courtesy request, not a guarantee." In 2025, many airlines still advertise free seat selection, especially on economy fares. But here's the catch: those seat choices are often placeholders, not promises. Unless you pay an extra fee, sometimes buried under preferred seat or seat confirmation, your selection can be moved at any time without warning. Why? Because airlines are optimizing boarding groups, weight distribution, and upselling seats during check-in. Your free window seat may be given to someone who paid more for it while you're quietly downgraded. This tactic especially affects families, couples, and nervous flyers who assume they'll sit together. And once you're at the gate, you're left negotiating seat swaps with strangers, or stuck where the system puts you. Even frequent flyers with elite status have reported being reassigned if they don't prepay for seat protection. Travel tip: after booking, double-check whether your chosen seat is confirmed or merely requested. Look for fine print like subject to change. If you value your spot or traveling with someone, consider the small upgrade fee to lock it in. It's cheaper than arriving at the gate frustrated. Number 4. Your carry-on might be denied. It's boarding time at gate 27. You're flying on a budget airline and your carry-on roller fits the overhead bin, or so you thought. But just before boarding, a gate agent rolls out a new, slimmer bag sizer. Please place your bag inside. It doesn't fit. Not anymore. Now you're told it has to be checked for a fee. In 2025, airlines are quietly changing carry-on policies, not just the size, but also how and when they enforce them. Some low-cost and even legacy carriers are shrinking bin space or using modular bins to fit more small bags, meaning your standard size carry-on may now violate policy without warning. What's worse, enforcement is inconsistent. One leg of your trip might be fine, the return flight might flag your bag. This unpredictability is especially painful at the gate, where you're given 2 options: pay an inflated check fee or risk missing your boarding group while you scramble. And even travelers with priority boarding aren't immune. Overhead space is being reallocated based on fare class or early check-in times. If you didn't pay for early access or a premium seat, your bag's fate hangs in the balance. Travel tip: always check the airline's most current carry-on dimensions, especially for international or budget carriers. If your bag's even slightly over, prepare a soft personal item as backup, and board early when you can. That bin space? It's no longer guaranteed. Number 5. TSA's new behavior detection. It's 6:45 a.m. at Denver International. A man in a gray hoodie steps forward at the security checkpoint. He's not doing anything wrong, but he looks uneasy. He wipes his palms on his jeans, glances around nervously, talks a little too fast when asked a question. Within seconds, a TSA officer quietly signals. He's pulled aside for a secondary screening. In 2025, TSA has expanded behavioral detection protocols powered by a mix of human observation and AI-supported flagging. The idea? Spot potential threats before they act. But the reality is, ordinary nervousness can now trigger extra screening. The program, once experimental, is now more widespread. Agents are trained to notice micro-expressions like excessive blinking, shallow breathing, clenched fists, or scanning eye movements. Some checkpoints even use facial analysis tools that track pupil dilation and head movement to identify anomalous behavior. What does this mean for you? If you're naturally anxious while flying, or if English isn't your first language and you fumble responses, you might be mistakenly flagged. You could lose valuable time, miss a flight, or face invasive questioning over nothing. Even clothing can play a role. Hoodies, sunglasses indoors, or hands in pockets may unintentionally signal suspicious behavior under these protocols. Travel tip: stay calm, make eye contact, and keep movements relaxed at checkpoints. Avoid joking, rushing, or looking distracted. If you're selected for screening, cooperate politely, but know your rights. You're not being punished, you're just caught in a system trying, imperfectly, to predict risk. Number 6. Checked bags scanned twice. It's late evening at JFK. Your flight is about to board when you get a text. Please report to baggage services for inspection. You're confused. You already checked your suitcase hours ago. At the counter, you're told it was flagged during secondary screening, a process you didn't even know existed. In 2025, many U.S. and international airports have quietly added a second layer of baggage scanning after initial check-in and before cargo loading. This step is designed to detect hidden threats using more advanced tech, CT scans, vapor trace detectors, and even AI-assisted pattern recognition. The problem? It's not always transparent. Travelers assume their bag is cleared once it disappears behind the conveyor. But in this newer system, if something looks slightly unusual, like a dense object, a power bank you forgot to remove, or even food packaging that mimics explosive shapes, your bag can be pulled for manual review. The consequences? Delays, missed connections, and sometimes repacking your items under pressure. Travelers have reported being pulled from boarding queues just to answer questions about a souvenir mug or a pack of protein powder. Travel tip: treat your checked bag like it's still under TSA scrutiny after drop-off. Don't pack banned items, lithium batteries, or food that could trigger alerts. And if your airline app allows it, opt into baggage notifications. So if something goes wrong, you'll know before your name is called on the loudspeaker. Number 7. Hidden Wi-Fi tracking. You're mid-flight, scrolling through your phone. You connect to the airline's free Wi-Fi just to check your email and maybe browse a few sites. Hours later, you notice ads on Instagram for the same headphones you looked at in the air. Coincidence? Not at all. In 2025, in-flight Wi-Fi isn't just about keeping you connected, it's tracking your activity. Airlines and their third-party providers now collect detailed browsing data while you're connected to their network. That includes what sites you visit, how long you stay on them, and even your shopping behavior. Why? Because your attention is valuable, especially when you're stuck in a metal tube with limited distractions. Some carriers use this data to build marketing profiles or retarget you with personalized ads the moment you land. Others sell anonymized data to partners and advertisers. And here's the kicker. Passengers rarely realize this is happening. Privacy policies are often buried in tiny text during Wi-Fi sign-on screens, and most people never read them. If you click Agree, you've essentially signed over your in-flight digital footprint. Even VPNs may not fully protect you if you're accessing services through the airline's portal, which sometimes blocks encryption tools or redirects traffic through logging servers. Travel tip. If you must use in-flight Wi-Fi, avoid logging into sensitive accounts or shopping platforms. Use a VPN when possible, and read the privacy terms before clicking Connect. Or better yet, download everything offline and disconnect. Peace of mind may be the best carry-on. Number 8. Gate check isn't always voluntary. You're standing in Group 3 at the boarding gate, carry-on in hand, when an agent suddenly calls out, "This flight is full, we'll be checking bags at the gate." You hesitate. You've packed valuables, medication, maybe even a laptop, but the agent insists you need to gate check your bag now if you want to board. In 2025, gate checking is no longer the polite option it once was. It's often enforced even if your bag meets all carry-on rules. Airlines overbook cabin space by design, knowing most passengers bring more than one item. So when the plane fills up, gate agents are pressured to offload bags, starting with the latest boarding groups. Here's what they don't mention. Gate checking means your bag is now at the mercy of baggage handling, and it may not be covered under normal carry-on protections. Fragile items? Risk. Irreplaceables? Risk. And if the bag is damaged or delayed on arrival, it's often much harder to file a claim because you technically agreed to check it, even if under pressure. Some travelers have even reported bags being routed to the wrong carousel or arriving hours late from a gate check they never really wanted. Travel tip: pack all essentials, meds, electronics, IDs, in a smaller bag that fits under the seat. Never assume your roller will make it on board, even if it meets size limits. And if you're asked to gate check, politely ask if declining will delay your boarding. Sometimes just asking makes the difference. Number 9. Lithium battery crackdown. It's 5:20 a.m. at LAX. A college student drops his camera bag onto the conveyor belt. Inside, a DSLR, 2 spare lithium batteries, and a portable charger. Moments later, TSA pulls the bag aside. "These batteries exceed the watt-hour limit," the officer says. "They can't fly." The student stares in disbelief. He's brought the same gear dozens of times before. In 2025, TSA and airlines have tightened restrictions on lithium-ion batteries following several high-profile incidents involving overheating in flight. But the updates haven't been clearly communicated, and that's the problem. Most passengers still assume the old rules apply. Under 100 watt-hours per battery is fine. But today it's not just about watt-hours. Some airlines now ban specific types of batteries, including those with exposed terminals, custom mods, or anything not clearly labeled. Power banks with vague specs or missing markings? Immediate confiscation. And that's not all. Some carriers restrict the number of spare batteries, even under the limit, and require them to be carried in separate, insulated plastic cases. Loose batteries in a backpack pocket? That's a red flag. These changes catch frequent travelers off guard, especially photographers, vloggers, or business professionals who rely on extra power. Travel tip: check your devices and chargers before you pack. Make sure batteries are under 100 watt-hours or declared if over, labeled clearly, stored in protective cases, kept in carry-on, never in checked bags. When in doubt, print out TSA's latest battery policy. It can help during misunderstandings at the checkpoint. Number 10. Airline credits expire fast. A few months ago, you canceled a non-refundable flight and accepted airline credit. You figured it would come in handy for your summer trip. But when you go to book in July, the website says your credit has expired. Just like that, hundreds of dollars gone. In 2025, airline travel credits are expiring faster than ever, and most passengers don't realize it until it's too late. During the pandemic, airlines extended expiration dates for goodwill. But now, that grace is over. Some credits expire in just 90 days, especially for basic fares or credits issued through promotions. Even worse, the countdown often starts from the date of issue, not the flight date. So if you canceled in February and planned to travel in August, your credit could have expired months ago, silently. No reminder, no refund. And these policies vary widely between carriers. One airline might give you 12 months, another just 3. Booking through third-party sites like Expedia or Hopper, your credit could be locked to that platform with even stricter rules. The result? A growing number of travelers are losing money without ever missing a flight. Travel tip: always check the expiration date the moment a credit is issued. Set calendar reminders. And if you're not sure you'll use it, ask if the credit can be transferred, extended, or refunded for a fee. In many cases, using it quickly, even for a placeholder trip, is better than letting it vanish. Flying in 2025 isn't just about getting from point A to B. It's about navigating a maze of new policies, shrinking allowances, and hidden traps. From carry-ons that no longer fit to credits that quietly vanish, airlines are relying more than ever on what passengers don't know. We've seen how digital IDs can fail at the gate, how free seat selection may cost you peace of mind, and how TSA's new behavioral scans might flag you for simply being nervous. It's not meant to scare you. It's meant to empower you. The more you know, the smoother you'll fly. So before your next trip, take 5 minutes to double-check your carry-on size, your battery rules, and the fine print on your fare. Set a calendar reminder for any credits or vouchers. And if in doubt, ask questions. It's your right as a traveler to know what you're walking into. What surprised you most in this video? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your experience. And if you found this helpful, hit subscribe so you're always one step ahead when you fly. Safe travels.